A very good morning to Madam Vimala and my fellow friends. So today we will presenting about media, peace and conflict. Firstly, I will presenting about identify and elaborate about media, peace and conflict. First thing first, what is media? Media is a collection or communication tool used to collect and present facts or statistics. The term refers to the content of the media industry, including print, publishing, news media, geography, film, radio, television, and advertising. Media can be divided into two main categories, that is, broadcast and hidden, while the number of publishers of news, movies, and many more growing around the world. The internet has also become a major player. Print media includes all types of publication, including newspapers, magazines, journals, books, and reports. It is the oldest form, and despite the problems that have arisen since the advent of the internet, it is still used by the majority of the population. Next, what is peace? Peace in the absence of hostility and violence, the idea of social friendship and harmony comes to mind. Socially, the world is free from war and other conflicts and is often used by individuals or groups to avoid fear of violence. Throughout history, world and diplomatic leaders have been involved in various peace treaties and agreements that limit specific paths to regional peace and economic development. This often leads to preventing such behavior. If there is conflict, there is more financial communication and therefore greater prosperity. Some have expressed the belief that the world can begin with a level of inner peace that does not depend on the uncertainty of its existence in everyday life. Achieving such a peaceful inner mood for yourself and others can help resolve conflicts of interest. Then, what is conflict? In descriptive tasks, conflicts are challenges that need to be solved for the main goals in order to achieve them. Traditionally, conflict is the major literary element of a story or dramatic composition that challenges the story by adding uncertainty as to whether or not the goal is achieved. The story is not limited to one conflict. Although conflicts are not always resolved in the story, resolution of conflicts creates closures or achievements that may or may not occur at the end of the story. The root of a conflict can be different, but it is always be a part of society. The grounds for a conflict can be personal, ethnic, class, racial, political, and international. Disputes within a group always follow a particular course. Regular group interaction are hampered by the first, and first may lead to other conflict when something happens eventually. This is often caused by disagreements, which is disagreements among members or lack of resources. At this point, the groups may no longer be merged and split into alliances. In some cases, the duration of this escalating conflict paves the way for the conflict resolution phase, after which the group may eventually return to routine group interaction. Conflict in the literature refers to the different impulse of the character or the force involved. Conflict can be internal or external. That is, it can occur in the character's mind or between the character and the external forces or perspective. Next, we will move on to explain the precise issue about media, peace, and conflict. We all know that the online media space is unique for local broadcasts, but it is also a global channel that opens opportunities for audience around the world. Social media broadcasting has provided more online means for new relationship between broadcasters and communities. However, these issues are primarily for younger users who have easy access to distribution on social media sites. For an example, cyberbullying, war of slander, mock and prejudice on their Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more. Social media, often viewed as a personal communication tool, tend to inherit new risks at the same time. According to Lenhart and Madden in 2007, boys and younger teens are more likely to post false information, although teenagers are more likely to reveal detailed personal information. Next, the PERSIS issue about peace. This framework demonstrated that laws can contribute to the cohesion and peace of the citizen. This shows that can highlight important multicultural issues and point out things that are not in the safe places or condition. The government of the Malaysia has created a strong laws where citizen rights are empowered, and they are sometimes empowered to express their views with restrictions to spread peace with awareness and their freedom of speech for their rights that affects multiculturalism and unity, which is suitable of low content. The result shows that the potential of peace lies in mobilizing different perspectives and providing opportunities for multicultural communication. For an example, terrorist attack at Lahad Datu Sabah, cause of Zulus faction due to district protection, but Malaysia had settled it down wisely. All at once protect citizens from harmful situation. Negative peace involves the absence of direct or personal violence, while positive peace involves the absence of structural violence. After that, the PERSIS issue about conflict. As we know that what is happening then and now in Palestine, which is endless conflict, confiscation of human rights, land and territories. Millions of children are caught up in conflicts in which they are not merely bystanders but targets. Some fall victim to a general onslaught against civilians, others die as part of a calculated genocide. Still, other children suffer the effects of sexual violence or the multiple deprivations of armed conflict that expose them to hunger or disease. Just as shocking, thousands of young people are clinically exploited as combatants. During armed conflict, women and girls are continually threatened by rape, domestic violence, sexual exploitation, trafficking, sexual humiliation, and mutilation. They are at hidden risk in all settings, whether at home, in flight, or in camps for displaced people. Structural violence has harmful conditions that derive from economic and political structures of power, created and maintained by human action and institutions.
Hi, my name is Celeste Binti Rosel. I will present about analysis the impact of media, conflict, and peace. Social media makes communication for individual and group easier. For example, during election, they will manipulate our mind, the social media with fake news, fake hope to vote them to be a leader. Every conflict happen, social media will be the main medium to spread the messages. The power of viral use nowadays can spread across the world. Only with button of share and retweet. This used to share information, to share witness by sharing, tweeting and reposting image that have caught their attention. The conflict will blow up because of what they see, hear and read. They will show and continue to share it to their followers and create with their own opinion about the news without know the real situation. The media can play various roles in conflicts, but they also help to bring peace as well. The media, the media and individual journalists play an important part in constructing conflict realities. This can we look for how media works in silent way but give very big impact to the world. For example, just like Harry S. Truman said, you can never get all the facts from just one newspaper. And unless you have all the facts, you cannot make proper judgmental about what is going on. This statement tells us about we must free from unprejudiced information from one-sided only. Second, from Stephen King, if you want to be a writer, you must do two things above all others. Read a lot and write a lot. There is no way around these two things that I'm aware of. No shortcut. This statement that relate with how individual as a reader judge how media giving the news. If you read more than one media, then you know the truth of the news. Third, Ellen de Botton said, I am conscious about trying to sketch the boundaries of non-fiction writing. It's always surprised me how little attention many non-fiction writers pay to formal aspects of their works. Little thing can surprise others. Only with one untruth news can make others believe and rise big conflict. Next, I will present about solution of media conflict and peace. The media, it can be problematic to find a balance between preventing harm caused by speech and protecting individual expression. Media have the power to change people's perceptions, minds and aspirations, which no other way can do without pressure. Media have the most effective and efficient tool. Media have played a vital role in bringing societies and nations more closer, bridging the gaps between East and West as well as between North and South. The most powerful tools today is the information itself. Information can change, manipulate and create perception and ideologies. Media is all based on the information. The role of media in promoting peace requires pillar of truth, reality and responsibility. In conclusion, media can play a significant role in establishing peace and harmony in the modern societies by participating in reporting, addressing to the issues in the news that throw light on various perspectives. That's all. Thank you.